It is 7:21 and we are starting the ZBA meeting for Tivoli. Karen Cleveland is our chair tonight, and we have Bob Zeises, Ethan Palmer, Mark Bennett, and our applicant present, Lisa Sanditz. So Karen, you can take it away.
Okay, thank you. The first thing that I'd like to go over are the minutes from the previous meeting from March 2nd, 2020. I don't know if everybody's had a chance to review them.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, raise your hand if you have any revisions to be made. Okay, Laura Gale, I see one thing that one part that I would change on it, and that's with the, just for clarity. When Mark was talking about why not build the addition parallel to the south side. I don't know if you have do you have the minutes with you?
I don't have them open, but tell me the phrasing that you want. And
because it starts out with that it's a one-story, and Mark asked why it's not parallel to the south side. I think that we need to say the extension from the south side of the house, directly from the south side of the house, so it doesn't. And that's when it came into the play about the windows would be blocked if it were built on that side. Because in effect, it is being parallel to the house, but I think just needs to be clarified. That's the only thing that I saw in the minutes that I might clarify. Okay. Anyone else have any input? Then I'd like a motion to approve the minutes with the amending. Do I get a motion? Raise your hand if you'd like to make the motion.
I'll motion it.
And a second, please raise your hand. Okay, Ethan. Okay, so the minutes are approved, and I said aye.
Aye.
The second order of business tonight is to set a date. Yes, Laura?
Karen, can you call for a raise of hands to approve so I can see visually that everybody approved that motion?
All right, I didn't know you couldn't see it. Okay, raise
Oh,
your.
no. Just so it's done, so I can make a record of it.
Okay, please raise your hand if you approve the minutes. Thank you.
Thank you.
The second order is to set a date for a public hearing for 101 North Road. Lisa Sanditz is with us. It's for two variances. One is for the front setback, which is 40 feet minimum according to our zoning law, and the setback will be 28 feet 9 inches, which will need a variance. And the second variance is for the maximum width of the dwelling, which is 48 feet. In this case, the width is 57 feet 7 inches, which is a little less than 10 feet wider. We originally set a public hearing date till this all fell through. I think it was for April. We're now going to be into July. I don't know if I can have a full quorum for the July meeting. It would be July 6th. Raise your hand if you'd be able to attend that meeting on July 6th. Everyone, including myself. Okay. Would anyone like to make a comment about anything? I think Laura Gale sent us the other drawings, renderings of the addition. I hope everybody got a chance to look at those.
I have not seen them.
She emailed these to us, the different layouts of the addition.
I haven't seen those.
Did you email everyone, Laura Gale? Yes.
So it's on in my email?
Yes.
Okay. I haven't seen it.
In addition to the other parcels of property that were oversized, over 48 feet,
Right.
she also sent
Those
the
I saw.
parcel. Parson?
Those I
What,
saw.
Bob?
I saw the parcel.
Right, but there was an attachment to that email,
Okay.
okay? And we'll look at that closer during the public hearing. Unless anyone has a question about that. Does anyone have a question about the drawings that were sent?
My only question was with in the plans, what is the, because I couldn't see it, what is the proposed width?
The total width of the house or the
Yes.
proposed?
The proposed total width.
It's the same, it's what she said before, 57 feet, 7 inches.
57. Thank you.
No, I haven't seen the elevations yet, but I do have a question. Do they include the square footage of the existing house as well as the square footage of the new?
Well, the only thing we have is this rendering that we got that first night.
But yeah, there's more comprehensive
more?
information in the new elevations.
And this also has the lot coverage of this part that we got that night also, the two of them. I don't know if you took that home with you, Bob, or not, but
No, I didn't, but the lot coverage is not what I'm asking for. I'm asking for the total square foot of living space.
for the entire home with the addition.
For the original and then for the entire home with the addition.
I have that here. Would you like me to tell you what it is?
Please.
Okay. The text is very small and light, but I'll give it my best. Okay, so right now it says maximum building footprint, 1,000 square feet existing, 1,685 square feet proposed. And the maximum building footprint would be 1,750. Does that make sense? Square feet?
I see it here. Yeah, the maximum size. It's going to from 1840 to 2462. Am I right?
Yeah. Yes. It's on this.
Bob,
It's on this.
did you get that, Bob?
Yeah, so it's an additional 550 square, approximately 550 square feet of living space,
That sounds about right.
right?
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So I think then I need a motion to set up the public hearing for July 6th, 2020. If you would like to make that motion, would you please raise your hand? Oh, you have a question, Laura?
At 7 p.m.
At 7 p.m., yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bob, you make the motion?
So I move that we have the public hearing at 7 p.m. on July
6.
6th.
And I need a second.
Second.
All those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
So moved. I also would like to do a site visit at 6:30 that evening. And Lisa, once again, I'm going to ask that, would it be possible to give us an idea on the ground for the size of the addition to lay it out?
Yes, it's been moved since, but we'll put it back.
Well, it's been a while. Okay. Does anyone else have anything you'd like to discuss? Laura Gale?
As a point of information, right now, it should be assumed that we might be having a virtual public hearing, but as it is required to be advertised, both by the applicant to the surrounding properties and on the village's part, The details of how the meeting will be held will be advertised at that time.
Would you mention that it could be either way depending on whether the village hall would be open for a public meeting?
I think that the advertisement is close enough to the meeting date that we will be able to advertise at that time which
Okay.
way it will be. But as a part of the meeting now and as a part of our minutes or your minutes, it just needs to be mentioned that at this time, the village does not know if that will be an in-person meeting with social distancing or if it will be a virtual meeting.
So I think that Joel had said that they hope to have the village hall open on June 15th, I believe. So I'm hoping myself that the meeting will be upstairs on the 3rd floor of the firehouse, old firehouse. Okay. So, okay, Laura Gale, is that it? Do you see anything else that need to address?
I believe so. I still have the list for the applicant for advertising. So
Okay.
we will still do that closer to the date. And I will word the advertisement to include the form of the meeting.
Right, good. So we'll be all set. So what's that, 10 days or 10 days before the meeting they have to be? Okay, so
Yeah.
we'll know more. Good. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I'd like to, someone to make a motion about adjourning the meeting, please. Raise your hand if you'd like to adjourn.
I
Mark?
motion it.
Mark,
Yeah.
do I hear a second?
I motion.
Do I have a second?
I second.
Second.
Thank you, Bob. All those in favor? Raise your hand, please. Aye. Okay,
Aye.
thank you. Thank you, Lisa, for coming.
Thank you so much everyone, for meeting.
Okay, and I will see everyone hopefully on July 6th without computers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Can I hit just end?